Good morning, MG Surfboards. Mauricio speaking.
Hey, what's going on, Mauricio? It's Ryan. How long have you been shaping?
I've been shaping about 40 years now.
Where are you from and where's home now?
Yeah, home now is Australian Arabic and Bali, Indonesia. Do about half of the month in Indonesia and half the month here in Australia. And I was born in Rio, Brazil, and I moved to America when I was really young and became an American citizen as well.
Who do you have glassing your boards?
Here in Australia, I have my own glassing. I do in-house glassing. And in Bali, Santa Glory Indo Glassing. In Brazil, F Glass Surfboards. In Portugal, I deal with job site surfboards as well. They're amazing glassers. It's so good. I'm so grateful to have them under my wings, you know.
How do you measure surfboard value?
Surfboard values are measured by the shaper experience, the look of the board, the functionality, the way they are built. You know, I think it's very important in the way they update themselves with designs. Like I think if you are a high performance shaper, doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are, you need to be always on the cutting edge of designs. And I try my best to be like that.
What's the first thing you check when QCing your boards?
Yeah, I check pretty much everything from edges to the glassing, fin placements, the way they feel. And for each glassing company that I deal with, or Indonesia or in Europe, I have one guy specifically just to pretty much check all my boards before they go out the door.
Do you order custom blanks?
I do some, but most of the blanks I have here in Australia, they're pretty much customized already from stock. They really fit my rocker, and I have my own machine, so I can kind of tweak it up a little bit here and there. You know, Indonesia is 100% custom rockers, and the same in Europe and in Brazil. But here in Australia, I kind of control that a little bit in a different way. I use 3 different companies, X Blanks, Surf Blanks, and Formula One.
What's your PU to EPS build ratio?
70% PU, 30% EPS, and the EPS is taking more and more orders. I'm taking more and more orders from the EPS ratio.
Who's been giving you feedback on your boards?
Well, Lane does. She's so knowledgeable about surfboards and fins. She's awesome. She keeps me on my toes. I have the local ripper, Jared McCallum, Jezza, the Super Groms around town, the Indo boys. We do a lot of testing in Indonesia as well, on the beach breaks over there. So my customers, which is the most important people in my business, you know, I got to make sure they're like happy with my product, my shaping, and it's so far so good. Sometimes it's like if they're not happy, I say just give me this board back to me. I'll give another one, and just tell me what you're looking for on this board that needs to be improved. And I try to kind of give them like 100% satisfaction.
How much are you keeping your eye on surf contests?
I love it. I keep my eyes on contests all the time. And also, I'm the licensee for Cabianca Surfboards. So I really keep the eyes on Gabriel Medina. And the licenses for Indonesia. And I love the fantasy games as well. You know, it's just so much fun. I love it.
Custom board versus stock board off the rack.
Here in Australia, it's pretty much 95% customs. In Bali, it's about 80% stock boards. In Europe, it's about 70% custom boards and 30% stocks. And in Brazil, it's pretty much right now we're doing a lot of customs. The loyalty level is super high.
Of the shops that you are selling your boards out of, do you have any surf shop employees or surf shops that you'd maybe want to give a little shout out to?
Yeah, Craig from Maruba Surfing Sports. Naruki-san from Naruki Surf Shops in Kuta, the boys at Weeks, surfboard brokers, and you're everywhere in America and here in Australia. They're legends. If you forgot someone, I'm sorry.
What do you think about board reviews on the internet?
I think it's kind of cool. And it's like, I do a little bit with Surfing Life. They do an excellent job on the board review here in Australia. And I don't know, sometimes I see like it's a bit of, I don't know, catch-22. I don't know if it's just a paid material or I don't know. It depends who is talking. The guy's a good communicator. I love surfboards. I love other people's boards as well. It's not just me surfboards, you know, my shapes. It's just, I love to see other people's arts as well. And I admire that. Even the ones that are starting, I'm like, man, I love the backyarder. I used to be a backyarder myself. And I just love those guys. They got so much passion and they don't know what the future will bring to them as well. I just feel like, oh my gosh, it's a long road, brother. Keep up the good work. And I see some girls shaping boards too, which is so awesome, you know, so awesome. And they're surfing so good as well.
Who's your stab in the dark or shaper?
I don't know. Maybe a backyarder. Some guy that not known from anyone, just trying his best and the boards start looking good. I don't have a name out of my mind right now, but I just feel like those guys, just to keep the industry going, like sometimes I feel like it's a dying industry for the local heroes, and I just feel like if you give this guy one chance, you never know, it could pump up the industry, something to think about it.
What's the craziest custom board order?
Well, I had this guy in Florida. He was a diamond broker, and he had this big fat diamond. He said to me, "I want this board inside of my board on a deck close to the nose." I said, "Sure." So I did. I'm like, "Wow, this board is worth a lot of money. I hope you never lose it." One diamond, one big fat one. It was crazy. I was like, "Wow."
Do you have anything new in the works, or what's the future look like for you?
I'm trying a lot of vacuum bagging now with the carbon wrap in Indonesia, and we're doing something really extraordinary because we're not changing the rocker. We try to keep the board true from we finished shaping, and it's working really insane at the moment. And that's what I'm working right now, something different, And then there's some secret things that's coming up, which I can't really say at the moment, but it's going to be nice in the future.
Is it a secret that has to do with designs, or does it have to do with your brand
blanks,
expanding?
The blanks, the blanks, the construction of different blanks that's still PU, but it's going to be really nice the way we're going to have it done. And it's going to be good for the environment as well. So it's on the works right now.
Mauricio, one of the things I like to do is end with some word association. I'll say a word or phrase, and if you can just say the first word or phrase that comes to mind.
All right, I'll try my best.
Cooper Chapman.
Legend, the Good Human Factory.
Lane Beachley.
7 times world champion.
Donald Takayama.
My mentor, my friend, my everything, my godfather was everything for me, so good.
Greg Weber.
He's the man. Greg is so good. So good.
Sydney.
My home.
Right on. Thanks so much for the time. What's the best way to get someone on an MG surfboard?
Just go to my Instagram, because all my information there, my website, everything's there, my WhatsApp number. You can DM me anytime, at MG Surfboards. So, yeah.
Right on, Mauricio. Thank you.
Thanks so much for having me. All right, brother. You have a good night. Cheers.
You got it. All right, take care.
Bye. Bye-bye.